Assalamualaikum. Our topic for today is writing an account of a true event. So these are our lesson objective. We'll be able to explain causes and consequences of your actions, event or simple processes. You'll be able to recognize, relate to, and also support the attitude or opinion of the writer in a standard text on a wide range of familiar topics. So question, what was your worst experience? So think of one experience that you experienced yourself. Okay, if you have to write an essay on your worst experience, it's always better, it's always the best option to actually write about your own experience. So it can be anything that is funny, or it might be something scary or embarrassing. So it can be that you fell off the chair while you were studying in class, or maybe it might be your encounter with a criminal or ghost or whatever it is, as long as it's your worst experience. So be creative. So we are going to read a story. Okay, this is the story. It was the third day of a marvelous holiday I was having on the island of Penang in Malaysia. The hotel was enormous, which meant the swimming pool was crowded every day. I had learned to get up early and save a sun lounger by leaving my towel on it. After that, I was usually starving, so I enjoyed delicious breakfast in the hotel restaurant. Later, I go down to the pool and enjoy a swim. So here, the setting was on the island of Penang in Malaysia during the third day of a marvelous holiday. So as you can see, even in the first paragraph, the writer uses so many adjectives already, such as marvelous, enormous, okay, and also starving. Here in the story, we were introduced to the character. Okay, he was having his holiday at Penang. So he bangun awal, save a sun lounger. Sun lounger ni adalah kursi panjang tu yang kat tepi kolam tu. Dia tinggalkan tuala dia kat situ. Okay, and then he went for breakfast. Okay, and then next. But on that day, as I approached the sun lounger, I was astonished to see my towel on the floor and a teenage boy on the lounger. I was furious, so I picked up my filthy towel and waved it at him and said, "What's this?" He replied that it was a towel. I explained that it was my towel, and he just smiled and said, "Maybe the wind blew it off." This boy was driving me up the wall. I shouted so that everyone could hear. It's very rude to steal someone's sun lounger, you know. Then I turned around to leave, but as I turned, I slipped and fell into the pool. Okay, so here, he found out that someone else had taken his lounger. Okay, ada budak lelaki lah yang merampas tempat dia tu, and then the boy simply replied, "Maybe the wind blew it off." It here refer to the towel lah, sebab dia guna towel dia tu untuk choke sun lounger tu kan. So he was very furious. Jadi apa yang berlaku, dia orang bergaduh lah. So here you can see the uses of so many adjective, like tadi I said furious, filthy. Filthy means very dirty. And then also ada lagi tak? Astonish, right? Astonish. Okay, and then the writer also uses direct speech. Direct speech is perkataan, dialog lah, ayat yang dia cakap dalam cerita tu. Contohnya yang dalam ni lah, dalam titik bertindih ni. What's this? Okay, maybe the wind blew it off. I shouted, no, it's very rude to steal someone's sun lounger. Ni semua direct speech. And then everyone thought it was hilarious, especially the boy on the sun lounger. I just wanted the ground to open up and swallow me. Okay, here another adjective. Hilarious means very funny. And then wanted the ground to open up and swallow me is an idiom. Bukan peribahasa. Idiom ni kita panggil mana? Idiom lah. Idiom. Okay, saya malu. Malu sampai tahap bumi tu telan je. Okay, and I forgot that there is another adjective here, which is driving me up the wall. Driving me up the wall when you are actually very, very annoyed by someone. Someone make you very angry. So you feel like that particular person drives you up the wall. Okay, so there are two idioms here. Okay. So this is how the writer end the story. with an idiom. Okay, next. Let's answer this question. Okay, let's go straight to the question and answer. When and where did the event take place? The event took place at a hotel in Penang by the pool on the third day of Marvelous Holiday. So if you are writing a story, it's very important to mention the place and also the time setting of your story. Okay, it's very important, super important, so that your story will be something very interesting. Okay, and then how did the writer feel during and at the end of the experience? So during the experience, he felt starving, astonished, furious, and he also feel like he wanted the ground to open up and swallow him. Which tenses does the writer use? Okay, so he used past tense, but not just past simple. Past simple ni macam yang ada dd kat belakang tu. Contohnya was, approach, waved. And then past continuous, was having. Usually we use was having if there is the word when. Contohnya, when I was having my breakfast, suddenly someone called me. Okay, so we use a past continuous with the word when, bila. And then past perfect, had learned, to show an action that has been done in the past. For example, I had learned my lesson. Saya telah belajar kesalahan saya. Okay, which linking words or phrases does the writer use? Okay, linkers are very important to link all of your ideas, so your essay will be more coherent. Coherent ni maksudnya more connected lah, macam ada link lah kat cerita tu, ada orang kata perkaitan di antara satu idea ke satu idea. So you can use linkers like and, like this writer does, and after that, so, later, but, as, and then. Okay, and then next question. How does the writer manage to make the account exciting? Okay, how does the writer manage to make the story exciting? Okay, he uses direct speech. For example, like I said, dialog dalam cerita lah. It's very rude to steal someone's sun lounger, shouted him, contohnya. That is a direct speech. So use a direct speech. Don't simply macam report saja. Guna dialog ni, direct speech ni, to make your essay more interesting. Exclamation mark, tanda seruan. You can use it to show the intensity of your emotion, like you are very angry, so you can just use exclamation mark. And the adjectives, like furious, astonished, marvelous, there are just so many adjectives that you can use. And then idioms, I just wanted the ground to open up and swallow me. Or you can just use, tadi tu diguna, drive me up the wall. Maknanya membuat someone yang membuatkan awak rasa sangat marah lah. Okay, and then read the account again and find words that mean. Okay, now let's do this. Okay, very nice, marvelous, very small, tiny. Semua ni ada dalam cerita, dalam story tadi. All of these words are taken from the story. Very hungry means starving. Very tasty, delicious. Very surprised, astonished. Very angry, furious. Very dirty, filthy. Very funny, hilarious. So all of these words are adjectives that you can use to write your essay. So this is your task for today. Think about a funny, embarrassing, scary, or annoying experience you have had and write about it. When writing an account of a true event, follow the plan for writing a story. Okay, make sure that you have your plan. Use the first word, I or we. Divide your account into paragraph. Make sure that you have paragraph in your essay, at least 3 lah. Use past tense and linking words, and try to make it interesting for the reader by using like I said, direct speech. Ni tak nampak ni, direct speech, exclamatory mark, idiomatic expressions, and adjectives. So if you feel like having difficulty to come up with your own story, you can just use the story. There are 2 essays that I already shared with you, right? So choose one of them. Pilih salah satu, salin dalam buku, copy the essay into your book, and fill in the blank with suitable words. Okay, the words can be adjective or any idiomatic expressions. Or if you feel like you want to be like more creative, macam mungkin awak ada your own idea, you can just write your own story. Okay, so after you've done, please ambil gambar tu and hantar kat teacher. So I guess that's all for today. Thank you so much. Okay, Assalamualaikum.